Hello there, happy Sunday. I am popping in today to talk to you about where I am in the applying for TEDx talk. So far, I'm still at the same thing. I've applied for 10 TEDx conferences, and most of those I won't see whether or not I'd say only about 3/4 of them, of the 9 places I applied to, have like an not open, but they'll be letting me know within the next month or two on where I am on that. So we'll just have to see. That's going to take some time. But I wanted to pop in and tell you what my next step is, because I'm not just trying to land a TEDx talk on this one. I am trying to write a book on failure as a sacred right. I really want to help people have a different relationship with the word failure and really understand how failure, when we treat it as a sacred right, how it will propel us into success, and how it's the only way to success. Just like, when we learn to walk, we fall down. When we learn to ride a bike, we fall down, things like that. So I sent out 40 emails to women that I wanted to interview around this topic of failure. So I am hoping to interview a minimum of 50, yes, 50 people on what they believe failure is, what types of foundational failures, I'm kind of coining that term, foundational failures. Foundational failures, I view them as really big things in our life that we tried on and didn't get, and they cause like a crossroad moment, like we stay frozen, we stay stuck, or we make a choice to transmute that energy around the thing and propel us into the next thing. So I'm really going to be focusing on like when you have something that you would consider a really big moment like that, where things don't go the way you'd hoped they'd gone after your effort. What is your process for transmuting that into the fuel to propel you forward? And I'm looking for like what the difference is between those who have let a foundational failure stop them and how that changed their life trajectory, and those who used that foundational failure as fuel and how it changed their life trajectory. So for me, this is a bigger journey than simply just trying to land a TEDx talk. It is learning and researching and figuring out how we take this big, scary F word and turn it into something beautiful. I already think it's beautiful, but I'm wondering what the process is for other people in turning it into something beautiful. And I'm really excited to start hearing from people on what they believed their foundational failures were. It's interesting. I emailed this out to my list on Friday to see if anybody would voluntarily sign up to talk to me. And you know what? 0 people on my list signed up to say that they would talk to me on record. So today I sent out personal emails to 40 people that I know, that I hold in really high esteem, asking them if they would talk to me, do an interview with me on record. I already have 2 people who have booked interviews with me. And I sent all of those emails out within the last half an hour. So we'll see where it goes from here on out. But this is quite the undertaking. Yay, Karen! She said yes. I'm so excited. I love chatting with you so much. I can't wait to talk to you about this. I know you and I will have a really rich discussion about it. And really anyone, if you've been following along in this journey and you think, yeah, I've had a foundational failure, or yeah, I have a reaction to the word failure, I really want to talk to you. So shoot me a DM. We'll set up an interview. I would love, love, love to chat with you, because here's the thing. All of us encounter failure at some point in our life. And I'm starting to say this over and over and over again, but failure will happen to you or for you. But it's your choice. And what are we going to transmute this into and turn it into? And now I'm looking to try to identify what the process will be. What are the steps that help us honor failure as a sacred right, so that it can be fuel. I think I'm really interested in these interviews with people that I respect around failure, because I'm having a hard time putting into words what my process is, and I want to see what other people do. What are those things that make, what's the process? And I think that by talking to other people, I'll be able to figure out what it is that I've done to help me keep going when I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep going or not. So I'm really curious. I would love to talk to anyone who wants to have a conversation about failure, what your reaction is to that word. I'm actually going to be asking questions in these interviews like, what do you believe failure is? What is your initial gut reaction when I say failure? What comes to mind? What experiences in your life have felt like failing to you, and what did you do when that happened? So those are the questions I'm going to be asking in this interview process, and we'll be looking at trying to identify what steps that you took after what you perceived as a failure to get you to the next level, and how those steps, how that experience really informed what was next for you and the path that you're on now. And so that's what's going on. That's what I'm talking about. And golly, what a journey this has been for me. I feel like talking about failure, I've only been talking about it since the beginning of April, and it's only been 25 days that I've been chatting with all of you about this, and I've already learned so much, and I'm really curious to see just what we learn and in this process together. So thank you so much for following along, for being on this journey. If you're out there listening to this and you think, yeah, I have something to say about the F word, I want to hear it, please DM me. I'll get you on my calendar. We will have a conversation about this. I can't wait to see where this goes. And yeah, I'm taking you all along on the journey with me. I'm really committed to being open and transparent about this process and taking folks along the journey with me. So thank you. So much love from me to you. I hope you all are having a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.